Hold up. One and all, welcome back. We got something different here. Wham! Knights Templar up against B's House of Lancaster. Is this a fabled, like, is it 4-minute TC timing? I think so. He's immediately pulled 4 and then 5 onto the wood. Yeah, I noticed this was theory crafted. So the alternative is you can get feudal a little bit quicker and open with a knight, or you can get the quickest TC possible. It looks like that's what Wham is going for. Okay, very interesting. Or, oh no, it is a rush! I was eating a hamburger because we've been live for many hours and I'm hungry. I didn't see this guy sneak out. We've got a very sneaky Rax Rush play. That's so cool. That's smart. So, there was a gamble here. When you play against House of Lancaster, some Knights Templar players' play has been to go for a Rax Rush. So, you'd think to scout down the center. B wasn't suspecting it. So, he didn't actually have a look down the center at all. Otherwise, a high probability this would have got seen. So now instead, normally what would happen is you go on the wide Arkham board land, you gather your sheep, and then you'd come and see the racks. And you'd have time to react. B is going to be able to check the base and find nothing. Meanwhile, the spearmen are going to allow you to get nothing. Okay. So, Lancaster Castle's on the way. Villagers gonna be maybe a bit slow here, because you have to build the outpost this close to block the gold. But I don't think this is quick enough. Maybe? Okay, he pulled 2 back. What's the math? So it's 3 minutes 10 seconds. 25% gets added on per. 4 villagers get to take you about 2 minutes. So outpost, yeah, will be quick enough. If it was 6, I think it's tight. The reason this is important, by the way, if the outpost goes up, no gold, no bueno. You'd have to play really far out of your base, which I think is what Wham is looking for, because then you can't just mana up. There's a risk. And, okay, here we go. We've got the short bows. This is risky because the spearman, but the problem for Wham is he only pulled 1 villager. And that is gonna block him. Can you not just pull the shortbow villagers? You can, but compared to English, there's a few issues here. You don't have the aura triggering for the better attack speed. And usually, like, you'd think just bring 2 villagers because then you can't really snipe them quick enough. But with it just being 1, it's going to be a denial. Yeah, also, Wham just didn't really continue the spear spam. He thought he was getting this up. Well played by B, man. He reset from the panic brain and just went straight for the aggro. And these spearmen can't contest this. He won't be able to get the outpost up. He can't even kill the villager. The spear damage is just too low. So all that, and you achieve nothing. You get nothing. I say good day, sir. Apparently it's a good day for Lancaster. Damn, well, it was a cool idea. It felt like he was cooking. I think, in hindsight, the issue is, do you maybe just need to accept you can't build it in range of vision at all? Maybe. Spearmen are still going to be able to harass the stone a bit, because like B does not actually have a good spawn for the House of Lancaster build. Ironically, if he had Wham spawn, it's much better. That's maybe something that could give hope to Wham. Is like, this is very frustrating, but maybe recoverable because of the fact his opponent has got an exposed stone. And we are going to be seeing Knights Hospitalier. So we've been seeing actually a lot of Knights Hospitalier against Lancaster, even though... Oh, that was sick. Yeah, he got that right. He didn't go for the low HP one, he went for the full. Great save. But no, we've been seeing a lot of Hospitalier against Lancaster, despite the fact that Hospitalier are meant to be countered by range. Because they have less ranged armor. But the idea is, if you're building units and your opponent is not building units because he's building economy, you can chain heal your way through problems. It also means if you get an archer off going, which Knights Templar is actually, I'd say, like a top 6 civ at archer spamming, then you can win off of muddying the fight. And what I mean by that is when he's got yeomen and you've got archers, his yeomen are going to be shooting the Templar so much, the Hospitalier, that they begin to look like hedgehogs. Better bet is just power the stone. It's fair. wonder if Wham scouted it originally is maybe my only concern. Maybe he just saw the gold and went for glory. Might have been the problem. So I wonder, like, if you get seen towering the stone, could he not go for an Abbey of Kingsville instead? Let's see if Wham's able to recover the game. We do have Sanctuary in the way. And he does have that forward racks for the Hospitalier spam. So this will be the thing that lets him camp here, because these short bows have been ruining his plan so far. But you know what counters short bows? Healing. Unless you walk into 20 villages. We'll save that problem for another day. Does waste the spin though. Yeah, and this is where you just don't want a short bow back. It's 140 HP on an infantry unit. I do think, by the way, that Hospitalier are reasonably balanced. They have extra health in certain situations over men-at-arms. The extra health matters less in Castle and beyond, I want to say. And the reason I bring that up is because where you'd worry about it mostly in feudal, but scaling mass men-at-arms of any kind of feudal age is usually quite difficult at the high level. It'll probably cheese people at low level, but like at high level, I don't think this is necessarily easy. Yeah, because even the heal factor, like the way healing works is quite clunky sometimes. You basically have to stand ground to try and guarantee a heal. It is powerful when you have scale though. And yes, they have less armor in feudal, specifically the men-at-arms. But once again, they have more health. Normal men-at-arms has, I believe it's 120 health, while the Hospitalier has 140. So mathematically, they have actually about the same health. But they do cost slightly less. And they do have the ability to. By the way, that heal is pretty strong. So by going Knights Hospitalier, there's a side effect, a bonus that really matters for this strategy. Normally, healing is 7 per second and half in combat. But you get 30% more when you play as Hospitalier. That's interesting because that equates to an extra 2.1 health per second, where in combat, you heal for 4.5. So you can kind of out-heal archers. Definitely in small numbers, and this is what is... Dude, I love this. So if anyone's been watching a lot of stream, we done this in the career preview against Warman, and I completely fumbled because I accidentally toggled stand ground off. But the concept is solid. Like, nothing should die if you're on point with the heal. Because it's just small arrow slip fire. And the math supports him here. Because you've got a castle which hits every 1.25 seconds. Manas take almost 4 seconds to do 8 damage. And each of these guys is capable of 4.55 healing a second. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to refer to as Gandalf. And that's why. I just love the fact that they keep the swords out. You shall pass. Wow, okay. The problem now for Wham is this never actually converted into siege. Oh, this is the exact issue I found. You know, my standing ground micro aside, the problem I had with this build was that you still at some point need to build rams. B has just rushed Castle Age, and could he just summon the Demi-Lancers? He'd get 5. More likely, you need a little bit of gold. If you can get a little bit of gold, and you get a handful of Ulsgard together, I think you're fine. He might just prioritize the archer upgrade, because Yeoman with high base damage is going to be able to just shred these guys. Look at this. You build, I heal. And I attempt to kill people and then realize it's a bad idea. I wish I had an APM tracker for Wham right now. Get a heart monitor on this guy. Like, this is very high micro. Often doesn't feel high reward. Because the issue is, once again, scaling it quick enough to matter. As we've just seen here, B was able to ignore him and just go cast. Oh no, you've almost killed one of us. Heal! Oh no, he's letting him die. And the Yeoman upgrade's on the way, folks. Wait, why is he killing a house instead of a mana? Oh no. Is he hoping to pop lock him? This is not working anymore. This is pre-upgrade. Villager Pool baits him in deeper. Mana's just so tanky at 1250. I respect the fact that he's now committed. There's no comeback if you lose this fight. And you're about to. Veterancy for Yeoman's in. Ram has at least got rid of one of the buildings, so a mana down. B's probably at the point now where, yeah, he can pull the villagers. Yeoman are standing their grounds. Maybe not ideal here. He's going to start pulling away. But the extra manas now are too deep. I don't think Wham can dive this. He's at edge of TC range, which means we'll get hit. There we go, villager's going to start burning. They need to go for some repairs here. Looks like another mana. Ooh, he's going to save it. Expensive on the wood, though. But he once again baits the commitment. Wham losing even more Hospitalier. At this point, I think you've lost critical mass. 15 Yeoman is just going to erase you. And remember, they're quicker. They can chase you. There's no getting away from this now. I don't think you even care about the Rams, like stopping and pinning them. You just want to chase. It was such a cool idea. And this is why I find Hospitalier a very intriguing unit. But also, I think we can agree a balanced unit. Some might even argue it needs a slight tune-up. We don't often see them. I think actually a semi-fast Castle Hospitalier build can be pretty impactful. But yeah, this is a very situational build. It's definitely not oppressive or OP, like mana spam. I like it. And I say that as a person who thinks that Feudal Age healing is broken. It contradicts the balance of the game when certain civs have it. But this is possibly one of the most balanced forms of Feudal Age healing I think they've created, if not the most balanced.